Hey everyone, welcome to this reaction video. Today we're going to look at Rise Up by Morissette Amon. This recommendation comes from Mary Ramirez-Greeny, who bought me 6 coffees. Send all the links and stuff. If you want to do the same, go to my Buy Me a Coffee website, request the reactions. I will prioritize that and do the reactions first. So check that out, please. And now without further ado, let's go to Rise Up. Live version shared with me by Mary. I can't wait to hear it. Let's go. Okay.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we go work it out. Move
Wish
mountains,
1075.
we go work it out. Move mountains. I'll rise up, I'll rise, I could say, and I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up,
The audience.
I'll rise waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you,
Beautiful.
for you, for you.
Wow.
The silence isn't quiet. It feels like it's getting hot.
Wow. I actually heard this song for the first time recently when one of my students took it up and worked on it in our lessons. What I admire about this version in particular is how much emotion she can put into it, despite the fact that it's in a kind of a dry radio studio. If you close your eyes, you would almost imagine it to be in some beautiful venue that kind of co-create the vibe. It's not easy to get into the zone and into that space, the right space for performing everywhere you are. Again, I speak about this with my students. Sometimes it's really necessary to go and perform, because if you're in the lesson, you can do lessons as long as you want, but if you want to move towards being a better performer, you need to put yourself in those situations, you need to perform. And what you can see with professionals like Morissette is that no matter where they are, they're just able to switch into the performance mode and really channel whatever emotion should there be in the song. I recently heard an interview with Julian Lage, which is an amazing guitar player, and he's really inspiring in terms of practicing and performing and the philosophy behind it. One thing he mentioned in the interview is that when you perform, it's not about trying to pretend to be someone or to prove something. You're trying to give the information out there. The pitch, the rhythm, the emotional information, you just put it out there as clearly as possible. It takes a lot of stress out of performing if you think about it. It's not about trying to impress someone, trying to be someone who you're not, trying to control how someone's gonna feel. 100% of your focus is on performing that piece as clearly as possible. And then it's up to people what they do with it. That's what true professionals can do really well. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
The silence isn't quiet. It feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying.
What a squeak.
And I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, we can walk it out. Move mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise, I could say, and I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you.
Wow.
All we need, all we need
Wow.
is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. Oh. We will rise.
Wow. One beautiful thing she does with the ooh, it's really hard to keep that note up front, like ooh, in the mask, so it doesn't get lost. Specialist singers who are not raised as soloists and came through choirs tend to sing these hoody kind of ooh notes a bit darker in the back, but hers were beautifully sharp, beautifully clear. Now let's go back to the breakdown.
I'm rising in spite of the ache, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Those different textures. The sharpness. Beautiful.
107.5.
We will rise again and again and again.
Wow. The dynamic range was insane. She went from this breathy rise up to the big belt. Ooh! Wow. That was so good. So expressive. It's not easy to sing sitting like this in a small room and support everything properly. A lot of the times you see singers, when they sing the higher notes, to kind of go a little bit into their knees, to get that breath support going, you know, all of that. And when we're kind of collapsed in the chair, sometimes the technique can go away a little bit. But her control was just insane. Just like not even a challenge for her, although I'm sure she's sweating a little bit because it does look like it's easy, but it's not, trust me. This is really special, and this reminds me something I discussed with my wife the other day. We were talking about the two ways that people can kind of get famous. You can get spotted by some big entity like a record label or record company. Someone will put money behind you, and these big record companies have budgets, know which strings to pull, and so they can help you to become this special artist. You need to have something special, but you are helped, you are pushed, and then it's up to you to maintain the trust and maintain the quality of what you're doing, and you can rise up, pun intended, like that. And then there's the second one where someone who maybe has a bit of a recognition, or sometimes not even that much, can do almost accidentally, although I'm fully aware that it's not accidental at all, because there's thousands and tens of thousands of hours of work behind all of these people. But what I mean is that they can do a performance in a YouTube video, on the radio like this one, and somehow it's so good. It hits all the spots and it goes through the right channels where people start sharing it, and it kind of percolate in the culture this way. And then, once you get these recognitions, the labels and all these big companies will try and steal your hands and like work with you intensely. But in my eyes, this is a more healthy way of doing it, where the talent and what you do is at the front of the fame, because you've already done the work and you're famous for who you are. You're not trying to be someone else. So just a little thought to digest. Wow. This is beautiful focused performance. Maybe the fact that the people are sitting around also helps a little bit, that you have this awareness of performing for someone. I used to run some Zoom open mics in lockdown, and even the awareness that someone's listening to you on the other side shifts your mindset and awareness, so it feels like you're actually performing, You know that there's someone on the other side listening. It's not just you singing into a wall or practicing in front of the mirror. Cool. Thank you so much. Thank you for the recommendation, Mary. Thank you for the coffees. If you want to request something, the link is below. If you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. I'm nearing 10,000 subscribers. We're almost there. Thank you very much for your support. Leave your comments below. Press like. And I'm going to look forward to see you in the next video. Keep it funky.